Okay, so it wasn't me, but somebody said white women do fake better. Y'all see these beautiful white women back here? Stunning, baby. Gorgeous. You can say they all look alike, they're all blonde. You can say what you want to say, but they got that aesthetic down, hunty. Okay, gorgeous. Fake as fuck, though. Fake as fuck. I need you to keep that in mind. Just roll with me, okay? So you think they all just got this natural Nordic beauty with the blonde hair, huh? Mm-hmm. Think they ain't got no extensions? Mm-hmm. Lashes, nails, Botox, fillers, laser treatments, hell, facelifts. Women, white women start early with the facelifts, huh? You think them boobs real right there? Mm-hmm. You think them toned arms? You think that's natural? You think that cinched waist right there? You think that's natural? She ain't had no liposuction? Uh-huh. Okay, you think? But all y'all can talk about is how fake black women are. And I will give it to you. Black women do go overboard with their beauty treatments, right? For all the money we spend, we may as well throw it down the drain because we end up looking a mess. It's the mental approach that's off. Black women want to stand out at any cost. That's paramount. That's why everything got to be super dramatic. The nails super long, the lashes super long, the hair, the butt super big. The mental approach is off. Where white women want to look well taken care of, healthy and wealthy and soft and feminine. They got that aesthetic. And I guarantee they're winning in life because of it. So I didn't say it, but I'm repeating it here. For all the money black women spend, this what we need to be trying to look like right here, baby. They got that aesthetic down. Sorry, I said it.
Hey y'all. So I saw this video a couple of days ago on Instagram, and I thought it was very interesting because what we do here is we go into the shadow. My name is Danielle LaVirgo, and here we do shadow goddess work. We move savvy, we're critical thinkers, we move like the goddesses we know we are. Okay. We deconstruct everything that do not serve us, and we understand that the priority will always be ourselves, and that we also understand that we are our own responsibility here. And the reason why I wanted to get into this video, this will be one of my black woman centered videos, is because I find a lot of things that she's saying problematic. Maybe you can guess, maybe you can't, some of it is basic problematic things, like it's not anything crazy, like some of this. She kept saying, "Oh, I didn't say this, I didn't say this," but you put your face online and you repeated it, meaning to some level you stand for it, right? And so we're gonna like dissect this a little bit because Black women also need to dissect things like this and understand what's happening to us, and not in a social justice warrior way, in a self mastering way, in a powerful way, so that you understand who you are, the way things operate around you, and how to put all of that into perspective. These silly things are such distractions from us being in alignment and wielding and creating our reality, because we're so busy focused on what everybody else have going on outside of us, when the focus needs to be what we have going on the inside, so that you can learn to wield and control your outside. Again, my name is Danielle LaVirgo. You can find me on at my Patreon, which is patreon.com/Danielle LaVirgo. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube as Danielle LaVirgo on all platforms. We talk about the things that people don't really want to face. We talk about the things that women don't really want to face. We talk about the things that will make us better, that will make us powerful. We take radical responsibility, radical accountability, and radical power over us and everything we produce. Okay. I want to thank y'all so much for being here, for tuning into this video. Like, comment, share your thoughts on this video and, what she's essentially talking about. Um, Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your initial thoughts of what, first came in your head, in terms of after the video was done. Sometimes we hear first sentence and we run with that, but then our opinion quickly changes as we hear more. So let me know in the comments what you think your initial thoughts were. And then also once you finish the video, let me know that as well. Again, I have my private platform, which is Patreon. And on my Patreon, let me make it bigger so y'all can see it. So on my Patreon, this is what she looks like when you come in. I have 2 tiers, which is the Divine Goddess and the Ascended Goddess. You can go to the site to see more details on what is exclusive with each tier. I have collections of videos that, of course, will build into a lot more over time. This video will definitely go into for Black women. And we talk about all the things. My last video, I tried to show this, but it wasn't really showing up the way I wanted to. I wasn't like checking, so that was my bad. So I wanted to show you again. When you come in, make sure you read the welcome attachment. Kind of goes over what the goals are here, the rules of thumb and everything. And then you can enjoy all of the content that I have that is private, that's not available. Some videos will be available on YouTube partially, but majority of the videos here are 100% exclusive. So come on, start your shadow goddess. If you want to do the real work starts here. The real work starts inside within you. I share wisdom. I share my knowledge. I share what I know have worked for me. I share what I think people will benefit from thinking, new ways of thinking. And that's kind of what I wanted to highlight with this video.
Y'all see these beautiful white women back here? Stunning, baby.
Let me pause that. That's kind of what I did here. So let's go through this video. We're going to go through this video and I'm going to give you my thoughts. So she said, the tagline says, the caption says, somebody said white women do fake better. The spirit of comparison is, and I'm not saying this because in any kind of like pro-Black way or any kind of like any of that, right? This is about your journey to yourself, to alignment, to knowing yourself, to trusting yourself through shadow work, through mastering yourself, right? Being in tune with yourself radically. That'll help you be in tune with others. Know who you are, Black woman, please. Because although she kept saying in this video that these are not her thoughts, she very much keeps saying you're regurgitating it. So to some degree, one of two things are happening. Either you are sharing it to be triggering on purpose, or you sort of agree with it. And we're going to get into it. So let's go ahead. This video shouldn't be too long, but I have a lot to say.
Gorgeous. You can say they all look alike, they're all blonde. You can say what you want to say. Okay, so it wasn't me, but somebody said white women do fake better. Y'all see these beautiful white women back here? Stunning, baby. Gorgeous. You can say they all look alike, they're all blonde. You can say what you want to say, but they got that aesthetic down, hunty. Okay, gorgeous. Fake as fuck.
They legit all do look alike.
Fuck though. Fake as fuck. I need you to keep that in mind. Just roll with me, okay? So you think they all just got this natural Nordic beauty with the blonde hair, huh?
That's modest.
Think they ain't got no extensions? Lashes, nails, Botox, fillers, laser treatments, hell, facelifts. White women start early with the facelifts, huh? You think them boobs real right there? You think them toned arms? You think that's natural? You think that's...
Nobody thinks those boobs are real. Nobody.
Cinched waist right there, you think that's natural? She had no liposuction? Okay, you think? But all y'all can talk about is how fake Black women are. And I will give it to you.
So I want to start by saying this a little bit of history so I can kind of organize my thoughts and organize my videos so it's not all over the place. So the first place I'll start is a little history in terms of why people try to police women's appearances and everything. A big part of that is patriarchal nonsense to keep women going around in circles trying to, show up for men and entice men and catch a man and do everything, blow up parts of your body, maneuver this, maneuver that, poke this, poke that, stitch this, stitch that, feel this, feel that. A part of that is because women enjoy beauty products and women enjoy dolling themselves up. I too enjoy the makeup. I'm a makeup uh, artist. I haven't done makeup in a while, but you never really forget how to do it. Don't put on makeup very often, but I'm starting to do it a little bit more, especially because I'm filming. But I love makeup, right? So it's nothing wrong with makeup. It's not nothing wrong with enhancing yourself. Um, but you would be lying to yourself if the average woman said that she was doing this to not get attention. Attention from who? I don't know. You tell me. But you don't go under knives and do dangerous surgeries because you're a secure person, right? You're free to do what you want to do. I support people in doing whatever it is they want to do to their bodies. Let me be specific. Is your body, do what you want with it, enhance what you want, right? But fundamentally, that does come from lack, from a place of insecurity for you to go to these extremes. I think a good thing for Black women to do, well, stop comparing yourself to what people have going on. In this video in particular, she just said that, everybody talks about Black women are fake, Black women. We are in a bubble, right? Just like your TikTok algorithm, your YouTube algorithm, your Instagram algorithm, there is an algorithm of life. Just by you being Black, it filters out a lot of other content. When you are scrolling through whatever app you're scrolling through, it filters in a lot of content just based off the color of your skin, right? Already your algorithm is biased, right? Because it's showing you what it thinks you want to hear and see based off your appearance and other things, of course. It is easy to get into an echo chamber in social media spaces, right? This is how you learn how to get control of yourself emotionally, get control of yourself spiritually, so you are not triggered by silly shit like this world's beauty standards. That does not mean you don't participate in them. That does not mean you go barefaced unless you just want to. That means do what you want when you want, but know what you're doing when you do it, right? Don't be bothered, triggered by other people's opinions of what you should be doing or what you shouldn't be doing, what you should look like or what you should not look like. Already, this video is problematic because it's comparing white women and Black women. This lady is obviously in an echo chamber, like so many of us think we are when humans are the same. Everyone of every race and nationality is online dragging each other. Women are dragging women, men are dragging men, men and women are dragging each other. It's all happening. White men are all over these apps complaining about Botox beauties, okay? About women that get work done, okay? Please understand that. There is nothing unique happening in your community. There is nothing unique happening in your community that is not happening in anybody else's community. I know. It's easy for you to think that only Black people deal with this, only Black women deal with men doing things like, complaining about how you have your hair or you get in a. The average Black woman do not have a BBL. Stop it. When y'all walk, 9 out of 10 of y'all, when y'all walk outside on a day-to-day basis, when you go to the grocery store, when you go to Target, Walmart, wherever y'all is or is not shopping right now, wherever y'all are or are not shopping right now, how many women do y'all see with a BBL? In most states, in most cities, in most places in this country. Learn how to think. Learn how to control, will, switch up your perception, the way you see things. Not so that you can stay in shitty situations or so you can keep doing what you're doing that you know is not healthy. You do it so you can hone your power. Okay? Black woman, the beauty standard that we are currently under, is created to spite you. Okay? Sit with that. It's created to be the antithesis of you, the opposite of you. Nothing you do to contort yourself will ever be good enough. Okay? Understand that before you start comparing yourself to other races of women in those races of women power structure. We are under a system of white supremacy. Everything you view, but until you deconstruct it and dismantle it, everything you see and view and form an opinion on is formulated through the lens of white supremacy. This video is a testament to that. And I'm not saying this to be a racial justice warrior. I'm saying this so you can learn how to control yourself, control your triggers, because y'all keep going online being embarrassing with your self-hatred, your internalized anti-Blackness, holding up the very systems that is to your detriment, that was created to spite you, to be the opposite of you. What is tacky but a subjective opinion of one person or another? What the hell is tacky? Tacky is subjective. I think Gucci bags are tacky. I think all printed bags are tacky because I'm a plain girl. I like plain colors, solid colors, that is. I like neutrals. I love bright colors and stuff too, but I don't like patterns. I'm very particular when it comes to patterns. I have a few designer things. I don't invest in designer products because it's bullshit, but I have a few designer things. A designer thing I will never purchase is a Gucci or Louis Vuitton like signature bag, a Coach signature bag. Anything with prints and logos I don't like. That's my personal taste. I think it's tacky. Because I think something is tacky, that only makes it tacky to me. Okay? Which means I'm not going to solicit that opinion unless somebody asks me. And then I'm still going to preface it by saying we have two different tastes. If you are a Black woman and you are still comparing yourself to how white women and non-Black women look, get it together. Okay? Understand that we live in a world that is conditioned to be under a white beauty standard, yet everything everybody do is to mimic us. You need to know that and understand that for yourself. I'm not saying that for you to feel powerful. I'm saying that for you to find your power within it. Power is often silent, especially when it derived from self, because nobody understand it, nobody had access to it, nobody willed it but you. Okay. I'm not saying it to make you feel good. I'm not saying it to get an amen. I'm saying it because it's true, and y'all keep comparing yourselves to these women who do everything they can to look like you, but we know they don't want to be you, right? So also keep that into perspective, because being them is beneficial in this space and time. They couldn't be like you if they tried. You can't be like them if you tried. Even when Black women do put on wigs and straighten their hair, it still very much give Black women love that, right? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with straight hair or extensions, but there is very much a difference between getting extensions that look like your natural hair. If I added faux locks, added lock extensions to my already locks, I'm not saying you got to go and get locks or you got to do this or you got to do that. But what I'm saying is whatever you decide to do it from a place of power, not from a place of lack or insecurity about what some other women have that you don't have, how some other woman try to present herself. You know why Black women are extra? Because that's who we are culturally. and you're trying to make Black women be something that they're not. Freedom is not handed to you. You defy what goes against who you fundamentally are. That would be the reason I would tell women to stop straightening their hair, Black women to stop straightening their hair like that. Because y'all got to go back to the drawing board. You're not going to actually fall in love with yourself the way that you are fully, belligerently, intentionally, if you're still trying to mimic what other people have, especially in a system that is created to spite you, to be the opposite of you.
Black women do go overboard with their beauty treatments, right? For all the money.
What does overboard mean? The same thing tacky, nothing. The same thing tacky means. What is overboard? It's overboard to you. It may be overboard to me, but it's not overboard. I found it interesting that she chose a picture of a bunch of blonde white women who actually all do look alike. The front one had clearly have work done. Yes, those women have extensions. Yes, they have makeup, lashes, and all of that. And she said that Black women do, it's tasteful. What is tasteful? What is tacky? What is too much? It's nothing. It's subjective. It doesn't matter, right? Everything exists at the same time. There are tacky white women who do too much, who look botched, who look like lions and cats, who got so much facial surgery, the same way over ant body BBL women. Kim Kardashian and her sisters were basically the face of BBLs. They're white. They're Aryan. Start looking at things differently. Learn how to control and wield your perception, please. Please. Learn how to look at things differently, right? Learn how to look at things in its totality, the layers, so that y'all aren't continuously being triggered online and giving away your energy, or triggered in real life, thinking that these women have something that you don't have.
Money we spend, we may as well throw it down the drain because we end up looking a mess. It's the mental approach that's off. Black women,
I think her mental approach is off.
want to stand out at any cost. That's paramount. That's
what's wrong with wanting to stand out. Black, and this is what I mean, right? So you chose to highlight white women. Look at the background picture she chose, right? You chose to highlight white women. This is the representation she chose to represent white women, right? Meanwhile, your representation for Black women is the extremes. There are Black women with tasteful plastic surgery, with tasteful enhancements, right? I would argue there are more Black women with tasteful enhancements than lack thereof. The majority of Black women do not have BBLs. Okay? So people pretending to act like BBLs is a standard is crazy to me. But that's what you created the standard for Black women to be. But meanwhile, you went and got a picture you view as tasteful to represent white women. You see how white supremacy cloud your judgment and alter the way you see yourself? At this point, it's not about white and Black. It's not about Black women and white women against each other. It's about Black women and against themselves, white women against themselves. Every group of people that exists do things to their own detriment, or these harmful systems wouldn't exist because we as a collective humanity would have destroyed it by now. There is nothing new under the sun. There is nothing happening in the Black community that's not happening everywhere else. Learn how to see things in totality so it shapes a new perspective, but also so that you can see how things are for real. If things are what they seem, then they are. But a lot of things aren't. We're in an echo chamber. You're in an algorithm. This is a simulation. So the ads that you see, everything that you show, they're going to show you Negro shit because they can see by the complexion of your skin that you are a Negro, especially if they ask for demographic information. Y'all don't know what is happening in other communities because you're not in other communities' algorithm. You know how I know this? Because I got in other communities' algorithm. I was in Asian women's algorithm. I was in Indian women's algorithm. I was in white women's algorithm. I was in Asian TikTok for a long time. From one video that went viral, and it was my most viral video with the Asian lady that I follow on TikTok. That catapulted me into Asian TikTok. And I have other videos similar. Things are happening in every culture. But Black women keep comparing themselves to everybody else. Black people in general do that. But Black women keep comparing themselves to everybody else. And then you end up painting everyone with a broad brush when everyone needs to have a very lukewarm, very nuanced brush. Why is it that white women get to be tasteful, but Black women are doing too much and want to stand out? That's who we are culturally. We have always did that. We weren't tasteful when they were forcing laws so Black women had to cover their hair or cover their bodies. You're still being shamed right now for having a big butt. Where do you think the desire for a BBL came from anyway? Come on. Some of our bodies are more exaggerated than theirs. So yes, as a Black person, we're going to want to mimic what happens in our own community, except when you have other nefarious factors like systems of oppression, like white supremacy. And you have to be careful that the opinion that you have is actually yours. Certain things I'm modest on, right? I don't like I love nails. I always have since I was a little girl. Always will. I love makeup. I hate getting my hair done, right? I'm a Black woman. People act like Black women all obsess over their hair. A lot of them do. But there are those of us who don't care. Never like getting my hair done and still don't. I do it for maintenance. I do it so I don't walk around looking crazy all the time. But what is crazy?
Why? Everything got to be super dramatic. The nails super long, the lashes super long, the hair.
That's how we are culturally. This is where white supremacist talking points start walking into the room. You are not white. Of course, they're tasteful in white supremacy when they're white. If we were under the system of Black supremacy, they would be stale, plain, and boring. That's where I exist. So they are still plain and boring sometimes, but guess what? So am I sometimes. There is no right way to exist. There is no perfect way to exist that will get you what you want.
The butt super big. The mental approach is off. Where white women want to look well taken care of, healthy, and well.
What does being well taken care of and healthy look like? What does that mean? Having the money to get long nails, and I do my nails myself. I don't go to the salon. I've always done my nails myself. It's relaxing for me. What does any of that even mean? Having long nails, having lashes, having BBLs, that is expensive, meaning you have money to play with. So you're well taken care of. What are you saying? Again, you should not be longing for the goals of other people, especially in their system created to spite you because they know who you are, but you don't, or you wouldn't even be comparing yourself to basic Becky ass. They're plain because that's who they are. They're plain because they're not as cultured. Okay? White supremacy is their culture. They couldn't mimic you if they tried. Why are you trying to mimic them?
Healthy and
Crazy
soft
girl.
and feminine. They got that aesthetic. And I guarantee they're
soft and feminine. That is belligerently through the lens of white supremacy, and you're not white. Why would I look through why would I look to, you're a Black woman. You are femininity. Femininity does not exist without you. Whatever you do makes you feminine. Stop letting people lie to you. You're already feminine. What she's talking about, what they talk about is performative femininity for patriarchy to entice men.
Winning in life because of it. So I didn't say it, but I'm repeating it here. For all the money Black women spend, this what we need to be trying to look like right here, baby. They got that aesthetic down.
There are white women all over the internet with all color nails, with long nails, with color hair. There are all types of white women. Why is this the standard for white women, but yet the standard for Black women is anti-Blackness? Some of us have big asses. Some of us like crazy hair colors and swishing up our hair. Some of us like a lot of lashes. Some of us like long nails. Some of us like short nails. But she on here curling her hair and pressing her hair, trying to fit a white aesthetic. Y'all are lying to yourselves if you feel like you still have to do that. Y'all are too wrapped up in white supremacy for me. It's embarrassing.
Sorry, I said it.
Like, come on. Let's be for real here. You should not be comparing yourself as a Black woman to white women. The beauty standards are what they are because they couldn't compete with you. If they had to not be plain, they wouldn't be able to compete with you. It is made up, and y'all expect to be powerful or sovereign or empowered, at least, still holding on to their standards of beauty. Stop it. Please stop it. It's crazy because you're never going to get there. That's why the goalpost is always moving, because it's meant to move. It's meant to spite you. And as long as you keep trying to participate in it, you end up being a loser. Okay? Defy them, deny them, but don't deny yourself. And that's what Black women are doing by comparing themselves to white women and white supremacy. Create your world and your supremacy. That's what mine is. Everything in my world revolves around me. That's how everybody is. Except I know that. I'm cognizant of it. So I know how to control it. I know how to keep things out of my energetic field and how to pull things into my energetic field. And I'm learning more and more every day. Okay. This is what we're not doing.